So guys, before we start, Sid, I have to tell you that you're like Film Companion's most recurring guest.
Yes, I know. Maybe I've done.
How is that?
Yeah.
It's just...
Happens to be that I'm always on the show, yes.
And of course, the last time I interviewed you, I was standing on a box. Do you remember that?
Yes, of course I do.
She made you stand on a show.
Standing on a
box.
I was wearing some Elisab heels, which were actually 8 inches. And it was really that world's most unfair moment. It was. I
mean, I'm 5 feet on a good
day. And I would have taken them off, but I actually was not. I had to wear them. Like if I was wearing the dress, I had to be wearing the shoes because
that was funny.
Walk the line is on the floor. This is a sad moment.
Put it back, I think. Put it back.
They'll just, will they just keep dropping in?
Yeah.
One by one. It's not a good sign.
Ek utar gaya hai. Only.
Yeah.
8 more to go.
Keep going. So, Katrina, you have done over 13 years, almost 30 films. But Baar Baar Dekho is the first one that required you to do acting workshops. What did you discover?
They probably all required me to do acting workshops, but Baar Baar Dekho is the first one that I did extensive workshops for.
Point noted. Did you find a difference in yourself as an actor?
As an actor, I guess that's probably better for the audience and everyone to judge. But did I find the experience helpful to me as an actor? Oh my God, yeah. It was really, really helpful.
You've never done workshops with an actor before Baar Baar Dekho?
With an actor? When we started in the industry, we didn't have scripts. Partner didn't have a script. David G was not giving me a script. I was lucky. I would literally go to David G. Okay, I'm not joking. And say, David G, please give me my lines because if I don't have them for 5 minutes before, I won't be able to say them. And he's like, no, wait, wait. They're coming. I'm like, please, just give it to me 10 minutes before. So you had to be fast. Like you had to really think on your feet and be fast. And that too with Govinda, the king of improvisation and comedy. So those were today. It's luxury. It's amazing luxury.
Was the first actor you did readings with? Or
you were
like workshop with?
No. I've read before, but this was to sit and act to the level that we did. This was the first time, and to have that kind of guidance where me and Sid would do a scene together, and then Nitya and Atul would go in a corner and go.
And
then come back and sit, and talk to us like this. And for the first few times, me and Sid were like, okay, should we be worried?
Basically, they would think of a polite way of saying how bad we are, or how are we not getting it right.
You suck, and can we just change this up a bit?
I think they're discussing how do we tell them. No, I think we should tell them.
Tell it nicely though.
Should we start using abusive language right now, or should we wait for later?
But it's almost as if someone's showing you the path, and then when you go on set, you just have to follow it.
Like our first day was just sitting across each other and staring into each other's eyes.
Yep. Like I said, showing you the path, and you just.
I was very happy staring at this face. Yes.
And I was looking up and down and all around.
She got distracted though. I wonder why. Her eyes were meandering somewhere else. I told you to make eye contact. No?
Yeah. I was just checking out what's happening.
As I was watching the promos, I was just thinking about how beautiful everything is. Okay, the two of you look gorgeous, the locations are gorgeous, the styling is so beautiful. And I was just wondering, is there a point at which surface can become too much of a crutch? Can it make you lazy in any way because there's so much prettiness that maybe you don't have to work as hard as everything else?
Well, there's nothing lazy about her, for sure. I think one thing that I do admire about her is that she doesn't take anything for granted. All these compliments or the way she looks in every film or every song. I think she always forgets that when she's done with the film or done with the song, and she starts from zero. And I think as far as I'm also concerned, similarly, I feel it's somewhat maybe distracting in time for the audience. So it's for us to go beyond it and give them something more than just what is visually appealing. To make them sit कि अच्छा चलो देख तो लिया सर अब सुन लो या समझ लो या कुछ feel कर लो.
Take back something.
Yeah, take back something, and hopefully in a very simple and subtle way.
So it never becomes a crutch, Katrina, where you just say, I'm so beautiful, why do I need to act?
No, I've definitely never.
You don't have those moments.
I've definitely never thought that or said that to myself or any other living human, for sure. It was never a conversation while making this film especially. It has been a conversation on other films that, okay, we want you to look really hot in the song, or we want the song to have this kind of look or this kind of, physical kind of, vibe. This is probably one of the films where this conversation never happened.
Also, I think to be fair, Excel and Nitya like to function in a way like let each department do their own work. So she let us do our homework in terms of what we want to do emotionally. But then she would give enough leeway for the costume department or Ravi sir, for example, I think who's a big asset to the film. Ravi Chandran, who's an ace cinematographer, and I actually worked under him in My Name Is Khan. So it was very such a surreal experience to now be shot by him. You know, I've seen him. He's literally scolded me for not giving clap properly and out of it. What are you doing? And you know all that thing. As I said. Give me no time for clap. Throw his own claps at me, and now today we're working together. And he's a great sport, and
That's
his lovely
fantastic.
energy.
You must feel so good.
I know exactly, and I told him multiple times. This is such a cool feeling to be shot by you, and I think that just made it easy, and the relationship also with him during the shoot.
You know, I recently did this composers roundtable, and Vishal was saying how he believes that composers, musicians actually put themselves into emotionally turbulent situations because it leads them to create better music. Is that how actors work too? I mean, Katrina, do you think you're a better actor because you've had a very public heartbreak? Do you ever feel I need more life experience to emote complex emotions?
I think yes, if you've experienced something, I mean, I can speak for myself. If you experience something in your real life, you can draw from it.
Gives you more depth?
Definitely, I think so. I have gained so much from whatever experiences I've had in the last 8-9 years in Mumbai. Like I remember there was a scene in Glasgow where this character Jay is really traumatized by what he's going through in a way because he feels that he's very trapped and he wants to get out of a particular place.
But see, that's experience. Is pain necessary?
If you ask me what my opinion is, the truth is I don't know. If I use other people as an example, then I would say no. Like I know so many actors who I admire and look up to, and who we all do, who have been happily married with kids for the last 20 years. Now, of course, we don't know what's going on behind the doors.
That's a personal thing, correct? You would never know.
We can assume that they seem to be having pretty happy
They're
lives.
sorted.
You know, like they're sorted. Like Robert De Niro is happily married for the last 25 years. Meryl Streep is happily married for so many years.
No, Meryl Streep had a very interesting story before getting married.
Yeah, but for the last 25 years, she's been...
So in a sense, are you able, when you're an actor, to kind of put that distance after a while between yourself and any emotional kind of upheaval by saying it's all grist for the mill?
If it's... Yeah, you know, not too bad. Then maybe you can say, I can use that for my work.
I think it helps. I think because aren't we all selling ourselves like as actors? This is the product that I have. I can't beyond a point pretend to be somebody else or have a different background or change my face beyond a point. So I think the more I download in my head, is more variety and variations I can show you for your scenes.
Not be too happy for too long.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. I'm guessing that will definitely.
I'd choose happiness. I would choose happiness.
Well, I don't know.
I'd choose both. I would choose to have both.
Exactly, that's a fulfilled right? You can't,
that's a fulfilled
You can't be
right.
sheltered from all the negative things.
Yeah, you gotta have both. Balance.
Katrina, I read this very sort of in-depth profile of you in GQ magazine, and you talked about how all actors are selfish and they are sort of megalomaniacs. Is that true for the two of you as well?
No, that's one particular thing I said in a very long explanation. I did say that I do feel that by nature the profession does make you, even if you don't realize it, it does make you a little selfish. And what I mean by a megalomaniac is because you are your profession.
Yeah, I think it is important. I think the medium is such when we are giving, say, a close-up or any other shot or performing, you are let on your own. It has to, even though the director is giving you as many instructions that he wants to, it's you who has to perform. Eventually, maybe in some minor way, we do feel that we are the center of.
By megalomaniac, yes, we mean that you're the kind of like the most important thing,
yes,
right?
Yes.
In some moments that can kind of feel.
I mean, you're the sun, and all the planets are revolving around you.
But then there are many.
In my close-up in my film, I am, in a way, right?
But then life, if you ever make that mistake of feeling that way, you can probably rest assured that life is going to come and give you some experiences which is going to make you believe or reassure you that you are just like everybody else and we're all equal.
But how do you not become a megalomaniac? You know, there's this line in Kaala Chashma where, and you're singing this. You're saying, what? Tu munda?
Katrina to Sony.
Main Katrina to Sony.
Yeah, I had a big problem with that line.
You know, that's really meta. It's like you're saying.
I had a big problem with that. Exactly that.
तुझे जैसे 36 फिरते हैं मेरे वर्गी और न होनी वे वर्गी और न होनी वर्गी और न होनी तू मुंडा बिल्कुल देसी है मैं कटरीना तो सोनी वे
I have a very, very bad habit that I'll rehearse my steps, and I'll never rehearse with the lyrics of the song, which actually is a very bad thing. So in this one particular line, the steps were really fast. They were so fast that I was asking which beat came on which word. So then I actually paid attention to it, and I said, what are you saying? Like, how can I say that? It doesn't even make sense. Like, even just logically it doesn't make sense. Secondly, I'm not comfortable with it. And then they said, listen, we're shooting the song tomorrow. There's no time to call up Bacha or and say change this and change that and re-record it. So can you just forget it because no one's going to notice it? And I was like, but still, it's really, really weird. But you're not thinking at that moment when you're performing it. You're just trying to catch the beat because it was really, really fast. So I didn't even realize when it came. I was like, it's fine.
Listen, I've been hearing so much and reading so much about your revenge body. What the hell does that mean?
I don't know. Maybe you should help me out.
Yeah, what is a revenge body?
Revenge. Who did you avenge or who you want to?
And what? You look good to revenge?
It's just like a payback kind of thing, right? It's like
I don't actually know, but as an actor, your personal life and your professional life, it is going to be spoken about. We all know it happens to him, happens to me, happens to all of us. There's nothing new in it. But I do feel that enough has kind of been spoken on the matter, and it would be really nice and amazing if we could move forward from the conversation.
Yeah. But you've been really sorted with it. Does that take a lot of effort?
Again, there's so much that I would love to say, and there's so much that I could say, and you could meet for coffee, and we could, chat for hours. But I just believe that there's going to be no end to this conversation.
So you gave an interview where you said once you become a famous actor, you have to get pedicures.
Huh?
Really? Did I say that?
Yes, you did.
Well, it's not. That's a nice thing to do if you do. It's very
one
nice.
hygienic tip for all the boys.
But it is.
Pedicures,
Personal hygiene is great.
It's just like
That's very nice.
Why?
I don't know, but did I say that? It must have been some other context. Or some male grooming thing.
Yeah.
That once you become an actor, you have to get pedicures. But I think because you never know what angle comes in, what has to be shot. I think
for sure.
I was talking for myself because when I was in Delhi, we never ever thought. I had no clue what a pedicure is. I had no clue what a pedicure is. Like, so क्या है वो? Sir, क्या करना है नाखून को? तो मैं खुद भी काट सकता हूँ. No, sir. So they have to cut it. I said, great. Okay, we've been pampered. So I was sitting there. I think maybe I was introduced to it in the world of Bollywood or acting. So I must have mentioned it in that sense.
So tell me, because Katrina has much more experience than you do, did you find yourself learning things from how she approaches things?
Definitely. He had a whole list of what not to do.
No, also I learned
from Katrina what not to do.
I think that Katrina does not know what a duet song is. She's only done solo dancing numbers. So when she was not aware at times in Kaala Chashma that there's another hero also present on her left or her right at sometimes. Because then she has an issue that, why am I not getting the hand thing? Why am I touching you every time? Why am I not touching?
You're always on my right.
On my right. Why am I smacking you on the right every time when my hand is going there? I say, because you're not aware that I'm next to you. So stop smacking me left or right. I say, just move your hand left.
Did you ever, because men in this industry are so much on a pedestal, it is a hero-centric world. Did you ever have a moment of insecurity? Because the truth is, in Kaala Chashma, you can't not look at her. Did you ever have a moment of, damn, I'm being sidelined?
No, I think I was aware of what she brings to a song, for example, in a song, and I have loved all her songs in the past. I was more consumed by, do I improve myself from my previous songs? And do I get the groove right? This time I want to get the hook line and the rap portion that I'm doing. Am I doing it correctly or perfectly? So I was, I think, more competing with my previous songs as opposed to competing with the actress there. I still feel an actress and actor are two different. I would never compete with an actress. I find that a bit. I've not reached that level of insecurity that I would want to compete with my hair.
What do you mean? I wouldn't compete with an actress. Why? Why? Because that's too.
I think you can't. I think everybody has their own space, and I have my own role and character to play, and there's male and female energy. I can't compete with the female energy because I'm not here to give that. The latka jhatkas are supposed to be meant by her, and the man is supposed to have that male particular energy, whatever he's doing. So that's what I think. That's what I think you have to concentrate on, is what are you doing as the hero of the film. If the hero starts competing with the heroine, then he's in trouble.
Yeah, especially in a love story. Like I could understand if we were doing like a bad, like, you know, Doom kind of a movie where they have the girl playing the baddie and he's like that. Then I'd be there in the gym with him competing. Then I'd be there. We would be down there. I'd be like, come on, Sid, I'm training with you. Let's push some weights. Yeah. But in this, it's a romantic film, and he brings the like he said, the male energy. He brings the manliness, and I have to bring the masculinity, and I have to bring the feminine, hopefully, kind of sexy, hopefully, quality.
Yes, exactly.
So we need each other to do that, because I cannot be feminine if he's not the man. I mean, that's what the whole story of the film
both of us showing our midriffs and doing Kaala Chashma and all that.
But having said that, had I thought it, I would have loved to see Sid in a cropped tankini, for the first time in Hindi cinema,
with bronzer,
a short cropped tank top with some bronzer oiled up, with those dhoti pants, you call them, huh? Yeah, some little bit low-waisted dhoti pants with a boots. I'm designing a costume here right now for him. Yes. So I think if the film does really, really well, if God is kind enough and the film does really well, I think we should shoot another version of Kaala Chashma, a small one, where this costume will be designed by me for Sid, and it will be a short. We will call it a tankini.
Yes, today computer graphics are very easy. I'm just going to give my face to it and you can put anybody's body.
See, now he's not being cooperative.
I have the budget for it.
I think I want to see this video with Sid wearing the let's call it a mankini. It's going to be a short tank.
It's a what? It's a man what?
Mankini.
Mankini.
Bikini.
Wow.
So it's a mankini.
So you've got a word for it?
I put a word for it.
See, that sounds weird. I mean, if men
that just sounds wrong on so many.
It sounds wrong. If a hero starts thinking or even knows what a mankini is,
just imagine. Now that's going to be off.
That hero's not going to last that long.
But tell me, what was it like for you, Sid, to see yourself age? Aging is hard. Yeah. Okay, even for us regular people, aging is hard. What's it like to see it?
I think very interesting. One of the factors that I was so excited about the film was that it gives you a variety within 2 hours to see yourself age, from say 30 to 46 and then beyond. 3 different generations I'm playing. I think visually, first we had a great team from the UK, Mark Julio, who came and measured our face. And they had a very interesting process. They used to obviously take particular markings, and they used to go back and see our parents and how they have aged.
Really?
Yes, it's very interesting, right? Genetically. Wow. It was a tricky thing in our film because even though all of us are playing, her character is different. Even though I'm playing 46, in my head I'm still 30 because I skipped time. We've not done that Hindi film thing ki baal safed kiye aur budhe ho gaye, So we've genuinely sat in for 5 hours of makeup, me, her, and the whole crew, and then we used to shoot for about 8 hours.
I hope it connects in the film, and I think it will because it is, as I said, a love story, and you want the audience, and we're hoping that the audience is staying connected with Jay and Dia for this whole journey they go on. You need them to stay with you. You know what I mean? You can't be having them distracted by the way you're looking. So as long as it looks believable, which I think we've almost in a way passed the kind of acid test with really that song Khair Mangdi, because of Sid's look is so prominent in the song, and everyone, I think people have really liked it.
Yeah,
so I think that kind of
us in different looks
they seem to have accepted that look already. So that's a positive sign.
Yeah.
So all is well.
Yes, all is well. I'm very excited and eager now for 9th of September. Or anything else? Your own producer is making more noise.
I've got the giggles. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, this is Katrina Kaif.
And this is Sidharth.
Yes. And we are chatting on Film Companion. If you like this video,
or subscribe to this video and subscribe. If you like this,
yes.
So if you like this video, just subscribe to this video.
Amazing. Just use that, guys. I think you got the point. Please do that. Cheers. बार बार मत देखो.